Alright guys, today I'm going to be looking at the Topping D30 Pro Desktop DAC. But first I'm going to mention, it was sent over to me by APOS. Why was it sent to me by APOS? Because I chose to become one of their affiliates. Why did I choose to become one of their affiliates? Because I tend to buy a lot of this stuff, and buying it from mostly eBay and Amazon over and over just isn't for me. I'd rather get my audio gear from someone that actually cares about audio, a website built around audio and audio products with really good people behind it. APOS Audio is an excellent site if you like all these types of, or many types of audio gear. The site is constantly growing and expanding. Some of their main features I like that you don't always get anywhere else. It's free shipping, price match guarantee, APOS 2-year warranty, and a 45-day return policy. And that 45-day return policy is, to me, and with many other audio enthusiasts or audiophiles, you could say, is important because sometimes you just need to try something out for a while and see if it's right for you, which can be a big part of an audio journey, or getting the right product, whether it's has all the features you need or if it's just an actual fidelity preference. Having that ability to, with the 45-day return, is excellent. And then they also have a live chat always available, whether you just want to, obviously there's different things there you can do, or if you just want to talk to somebody about what you need, or they can give you good advice. It's an excellent website. I highly recommend checking it out. So with that out of the way, let's go look at this Topping D30 Pro. All right, let's start by taking a look in the box. Let's see what you get in the box. Get a nice box, nice padding. First, nice plastic remote. It's not really a bad thing. It's light. It fits in the hand well. Volume up, down, select. All the good stuff can all be done right here from this remote. Matter. You get some manuals here, which are going to have a lot of your information in them. Typical IEC power cord, so that's nice. And you also get a USB cable to connect it to your PC. Now, I also tried with the pretty standard cables they include, which this device will perform to the specs they say with those cheap, crappy cables. I tried it with a high-end, fancy, high-end USB cable and a fancy, high-end power cord, and guess what? Made no difference at all. Because the way it's engineered and designed, it doesn't need cords like this at all. The difference is measurably the same to get the performance they engineered it to do. It can do that with the cables it comes with. So if you're hooking this kind of stuff up to it and you're thinking it sounds better or whatever, it's all in your head. So if you just want some pretty cables because you like the way they look and whatever, that's great too. But don't tell me it sounds any better. So we'll bring the DAC in here. And we're going to go run down its specs real quick. Comes in black or silver. Features a Serious Logic quad DAC for incredibly good specs. Supports up to PCM 32-bit, 384, and DSD 256. Now, keyword supports up to. Doesn't mean everything you hook to it or run through it is going to be that. It just supports up to that. But there's DSD 256, but not much of it, and there's almost zero 32-bit 384. But maybe in the future there may be. Who knows? THD plus noise is 0.00009%. In other words, extremely low distortion. Super low distortion. Also doubles as a preamp, which is fairly obvious by the volume knob on the front, which I'm not sure why they continue to call these things these pieces of gear or DACs, when they're more of a preamp than anything. It's more of a preamp DAC because of all the inputs they have. So topping, you should probably, in my personal opinion, I would change the title to a desktop preamp DAC because it is so much more than a DAC. You get selectable outputs, which we'll go over in a minute, but basically that means you can run XLR only, RCA only, or run XLR and RCA at the same time. Either way, you're going to get over 120 decibel synad, which is extremely good. Extremely good. A lot of the boutique brands out there that got all the fancy precious metals and the eagle tears and the Japanese OCC copper and all these special materials that make their stuff so great are going to say there's no way these little Chinese DACs are as good as the boutique stuff, and that's completely not true. This stuff is often better. It's built on engineering and science. The performance and specs are absolutely stellar. Just because it doesn't look like something from a rich asshole's house doesn't mean it's not good. They just don't like the fact that a $400 DAC is probably just as good or better than their $5,000 DAC. Also pairs extremely well with the topping A30 Pro headphone amp. If you're interested in headphones and you want to kind of have a little topping stack, that's enough of the specs. Let's take a close look. Nice. I don't really care for these high-res audio stickers. If I remember right, I always forget to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure it's just this high-res audio sticker is something that the Japanese Audio Society came up with, and companies have to pay a licensing fee or something to put that sticker on their product because people automatically assume this sticker means some sort of high-res, 24-bit or some extremely good res of audio, when it doesn't. It just basically means that it has to be able to at least produce CD quality, which is 16-bit 44.1, which is not bad. That's an excellent quality, more than good enough most of the time. But this sticker doesn't necessarily indicate just some insane unimaginable, or whatever high quality. Anyway, there's the front, nice large screen here, followed by your model, and I don't get, again, the 32-bit 3D4 disc on the front doesn't need to be there. It's just, no offense topping, but it's kind of cheesy marketing for anyone that knows what they're doing. It really means nothing. Trying to get people to buy stuff on bigger and bigger numbers is kind of ridiculous, especially when those numbers aren't going to do anything for most people buying this. You get a nice large metal, super clicky, wonderful selector and volume knob. It's also a button, so I believe you can press this and cycle through the menu and do things through there. Excellent, as you can already see, aluminum case, nice rubber feet, no ventilation because it doesn't get hot. On the rear, we got our IEC power, hard on-off, USB, optical, coax, a set of RCAs, and a set of balanced XLRs. And then what they were talking about with those inputs is, if you want, you can use just the XLR or just the RCA or both in this case, which is nice. I haven't tried it. So I actually thought about doing something with that QSC GX3 over there, where the signal would come out of these into that, but then I would also run signal out of these to a mini DSP into a sub or something, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, you get a ton of connectivity. Most people are probably going to be using the USB. But yeah, this is far more of a preamp with an excellent DAC in it than it is just a DAC. These small Chinese DACs have just, the performance level and the build quality on them has gotten so good at such a good price. They really are pretty much the way to go these days. What I will probably be doing with mine temporarily anyway, As I got this QSC GX3 here. This does have RCA and balance, but I wanted to try it with the balance, so I wanted to try something like this as a preamp. And as more of these kind of preamps become available, it does make using a lot of these Pro Audio power amps for home amps more accessible or more possible, because these you do need some sort of preamp with usually a 2-volt line out to feed them. And something like this with a remote, it's got plenty of connections, it's got volume, you can set your gain, whatever you want, and then use this to control everything. And that's probably what this is going to be doing for a little while as I tinker with this GX3. Excellent little power amp, by the way. I'll be doing a video on it later, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, having something like this, it's got tons of options. You get, and adding those balanced options in, it's kind of, and again, there's a lot of products from Topping like this, where they give you a lot of functionality and incredible performance. So for such a good price, it's it may be hard for the boutique brands to stick around in the future. Why? I mean, unless you're just out for aesthetics and precious metals, you get something like this that probably is going to perform better, takes up less space, and doesn't weigh 300 pounds. It's going to do the job. But anyway, any questions or comments, put them down below, whatever. Like, subscribe, whatever. I don't do this for money at all. I don't monetize anything. It's just a hobby. I just do it for fun. I just do, my videos are quick one takes. It's all just for fun. It's probably my biggest thing with audio and music. It's, I want to do it so it stays fun, where I can just enjoy trying the products and using them and listening to music. And, it's supposed to be fun. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.